Hey everyone, Cam here, and today we're taking a quick but thorough look at the Garmin GNC 355. This unit combines a full IFR GPS navigator with an integrated comm radio, giving you a lot of capability in a very compact package. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the physical controls, how the comm radio works, the map, basic navigation, and flight planning, which is just about everything you need to make a new pilot feel confident with this unit. Let's dive in. Let's start with the hardware. The GNC 355 keeps things simple with a home button, a touchscreen, and a single knob in the lower right-hand corner. Pressing the home button will always take you back to the main menu, and the touchscreen handles pretty much everything else. Now the knob, it plays a supporting role and is pretty handy in turbulence. Turning the small diameter portion of the knob will zoom in the map, and turning the large diameter section will let you toggle between the different page shortcuts. Pressing this knob once will open the frequency entry window, but more on that workflow in just a little bit. Once you understand how the knob works, the rest of the unit feels pretty intuitive. Now that we've covered the basics of the controls, let's move on to one of the biggest selling points of the GNC 355. That's the integrated comm radio. Now if you're familiar with it, this radio operates just like the GTN unit using two frequency buckets, which are active and standby. The active frequency is what you're transmitting and receiving on, while the standby frequency is always on deck for when you need to make a rapid change. To enter a frequency, it's pretty simple. Just tap on the standby window or push the knob once to bring up the frequency entry page. From here, you can type in the frequency using the touchscreen, or you can use the knob to adjust the frequency, with the large diameter adjusting the nearest hold number and the small diameter portion of the knob changing the number to the right of the decimal point. This is a great option for when conditions are pretty bumpy. Now you can press enter to retain that frequency in standby, or press the transfer button to make it instantly active. Tapping on the active frequency or pushing and holding the knob will flip-flop the standby and active frequencies at any time. For volume and squelch control, you've got a couple of options. Press the knob twice to bring up the comm, volume, and squelch controls, or tap the volume button on the frequency entry page. Either method gets you to the same place, so just use whichever feels more natural. You can also pull frequencies directly from the system. Airport frequencies are available through the airport information page, which can be accessed through the menu, the nearest waypoint screen, or just by tapping on an airport on the map. This tight integration between nav and comm makes it that much more efficient in the cockpit. Next, let's look at the map, and this is probably where you'll spend most of your time navigating. The GNC 355 features 4 customizable user fields, one in each corner of the screen. These can be configured in the menu to display exactly the information you care about most. Some of my favorites are ground speed, distance, and ETE. From the menu, you can also enable map overlays. Depending on how your aircraft is equipped, you may have access to traffic, NEXRAD weather, METAR flags, and TFRs. These overlays can be incredibly useful, but just keep in mind that we're dealing with a smaller screen here, so it's best to only enable what you actually need to avoid excessive clutter. Okay, now let's cover basic navigation. To go directly to a waypoint, press the Direct To button in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. Enter the identifier for the airport or the waypoint that you want, or pull it from the nearest list, and then just press Activate. Once activated, the magenta course line appears on the map, and you're navigating. After activation, you'll see the Direct To status box appear, which displays the waypoint that you're currently navigating to. This just gives you a quick confirmation of your active navigation without needing to open another page. This workflow is simple, reliable, and super easy to use in flight. Okay, for more complex routing, let's move on to flight planning. From the home screen, just tap Flight Plan, and it'll bring up your vertical flight plan list. From here, you can add waypoints, intersections, and VORs in the order that you plan to fly them. Existing waypoints can be changed or removed just by tapping on them. To activate a specific portion of your route, tap on a leg and select Activate Leg. You can also activate navigation by pressing Direct To, selecting the FPL page, and activating the desired leg from there. Both methods accomplish the exact same things, so just use whichever one fits your workflow. Now, if you regularly fly similar routes, you can store a flight plan in the catalog for future use. This is a huge efficiency boost for IFR flying and cross-country trips, allowing you to load a proven route instead of rebuilding it every single time you fly. If your aircraft is connected to an ADS-B-in receiver, the traffic page becomes another valuable situational awareness tool. From the home screen, just tap Traffic to view nearby targets, complete with altitude tags and motion vectors. Tapping on a target itself brings up additional details like relative altitude, track, and closure rate. Under the menu, you can customize traffic behavior by adjusting the vector duration, vector type, and altitude filter. On this screen, a little customization goes a long way, especially in highly saturated airspace. Just remember, this page is only going to populate if you have this unit connected to an ADS-B in source. A couple of common examples are a GTX 345 or a GDL unit. And that's your super quick mastery tour of the Garmin GNC 355. We've covered the physical controls, how to use the integrated comm radio, map setup, basic navigation, and flight planning, all packed into a super compact and capable unit. If you want to dive deeper into every page and setting, be sure to check out my full-length GNC 355 walkthrough. I'm Carr, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.